Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bonfire Conversations. So, normally I start off with discussing something which has more relevance to the main topic, but this time I've decided I'm going to spare the guest and the viewers that trouble. So, no beating around the bush. I will come straight to the point. But I must say, the weather has improved today. We have some good sunshine. So, I think perfect time for sipping coffee and also perfect time to have conversations. So, I think that's exactly what we are going to do. So, friends, today we have with us in the studio a multifaceted personality, someone whose likes are more than my followers. She's an influencer, she is a dancer, she is a ramp choreographer. I don't even know what that means. I need to find it out from her. She's also a model. She has won beauty pageants. And on top of all this, she's at the final stage of one of the toughest exams in the country, the Chartered Accountancy. So, without any further ado, let's give it up for Miss Belgaum 2023, Sanjana Karoshi. Hi,
Hi,
Sanjana.
hi everyone. How are you?
How are you doing today, Sanjana?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I must say, it's really a pleasure to have you here on the show.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be with you here in the conversation today.
Well, I would say, itne jaldi pleasure mat bolo. Let the show get over.
Yeah, sure.
But see, I'm a filmy person, so I will start with a movie reference.
Of course,
In the
sure, sure.
movie, in the movie Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Kajol says to Shahrukh, "है रब्बा, आप इस चांदनी चौक के मेले में आ गए तो मेले की शोभा कुछ ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ जाएगी?" सो
Oh
आई एम
my
हैविंग
God.
अ सिमिलर फीलिंग टुडे। तुम इस शो पे आई हो तो आई थिंक शो की शोभा कुछ ज्यादा बढ़ गई है। इट्स रियली ग्रेट टू हैव यू हियर।
Thank you, sir. The pleasure is all mine.
Fantastic. So I think we have a lot to discuss, primarily
Yes.
because of the profile that our guest has. She has done so many things, so a lot to discuss. Anyway, friends, so let's dive in. So just like my previous episodes, I have made segments ताकि discussion करने में आसानी हो जाती है. Now I must warn you, the names which are given to the segments are not really that professional. That will tell you the level of seriousness of this show. Anyway, let's jump into the first segment. First
Okay.
segment is Aja Nachle. So this is a
Oh,
segment where Sanjana is going to discuss probably one of her biggest passions, which is
yes.
dancing.
Right.
Now, Sanjana, normally, people, pick up dancing in school, right? But for most of them, I think it stays more or less like a hobby,
Yeah.
right? So tell us, when did you start dancing? Or तुम्हें कब लगा कि probably this can be something more than just a hobby? So just tell us something about that.
Yeah. So starting, Aja Nasla actually मेरा favorite movie भी है. So
Oh, fantastic. So at least I got the segment
dancing.
name right there.
Yes, very right. So dancing actually I started dancing when I was a kid. Usually कैसे होता है कि you join a dance class and as you said just as a hobby आपको बचपन में कुछ करना रहता है तो as a hobby you join a dance class and then you start dancing. But मेरे केस में I started way before I joining the dance class or anything like that. And my first teacher, I should say, my first teacher when I started dancing was because of my own sister. She used to, grab all the children in the house and she used to teach. And that is where I actually started dancing. And I got it more interested in that. And I thought of making, pursuing it as a passion more than like, just as a hobby. So
Okay.
I remember I was just in UKG or something like that when my mom made my admission to the Bharatanatyam class, classical dance. um, so yeah, that is how I started dancing. And उसके बाद Western classical तो I was learning only in the
Okay, so
classes.
started with classical first, and then
Yes,
you
I
moved
started
to
with
Western.
classical first.
Okay.
I was too small when I joined. उसके साथ start किया. I did my classical coaching for like 6 years almost. Fifth standard तक
Okay.
I did my classical coaching. उसके बाद
Okay.
I just dropped the classes. उसके बाद I just started choreographing my own pieces on the classical songs or semi-classical songs.
In the school itself,
Yeah, in the school during my higher education, 8th, 9th, 10th, उस time पे I started choreographing.
started choreography that time itself. Oh my God.
नहीं
Okay.
उतना ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, मतलब लाइक स्कूल के इवेंट्स के लिए हमारे ग्रुप में
Okay.
I used to do all of
Okay.
those. I guess sixth standard something I started doing western also. वेस्टर्न में मेरे को एक्चुअली
Okay.
वेस्टर्न सीखना था, सो बट हाँ एक साल के लिए आई वेंट फॉर कोचिंग इन वेस्टर्न एंड देन अगेन उसके बाद फिर फ्री स्टाइल्स वगैरह मैंने स्टार्ट किया. Yeah.
Okay. So did you start with something like hip hop या freestyle में start किया था with western?
आई स्टार्टेड जब मैं 1 ईयर का व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग वेस्टर्न कोरियोग्राफीज वगैरह जब मैं सीखने जा रही थी, उस टाइम पे आई एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड विद बॉलीवुड मेनली एंड थोड़ा बहुत कंटेम्प्रेरी
Okay.
सीखा था एंड थोड़ा बहुत हिप हॉप भी सीखा था. I
Okay.
just took 1 year of coaching in that and then again dropped it. High school आने के बाद studies that this, so
So that was
that's
also the
all.
reason for discontinuing on classical coaching.
Kind of. Classical में कैसा होता है, you'll have to give exams. I
Okay.
gave my 3 exams and one junior exam. So there are
Okay.
almost like 4 exams I gave in classical. उसके बाद there will be a certain age limit. So next exam you give it at that time. So वो
Okay.
बहुत gap हो
Okay.
रहा था. The point where I
Hmm.
was and the next exam, there was a lot of gap.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
thought maybe I'll take a break and just come back later. But then I never went back to classes after that.
So then you got into western
Yeah,
after
I
sixth standard.
then started doing western. But
Okay.
then I should say that when I dance, I feel alive.
Hmm.
That is what dance means. It is not just hobby. It's not just passion or anything. I realized when I give some gap to dancing because of whatever studies, classes. When I don't get time, I don't dance for a long time. No, I feel like there's something missing
Hmm.
because
Got it.
I'm habituated to the thing that I express everything through dance. May it be
Okay.
happiness, may it be a sorrow, may it be conveying something to someone or anything. It's just like my, you know, everyone has a go-to place. कि कुछ भी हो जाए, this is a go-to place. For me, this is a to-do thing every time.
So this is
So
like a medium of expression for you, more
yeah,
than just a art form. This is like
yes,
a medium
yes,
of expression.
yes,
Amazing. So then you continued, in your college also.
yes. I've
Now
been
I have one
dancing
question.
from then. गैप हुआ था बीच में, उस टाइम पे बहुत
Hmm.
डिफिकल्ट हुआ था. As I said, I was like confused. What am I doing? और बहुत confusion था दिमाग में. But then I again started
Okay.
dancing. And it was all clear. ऐसा clouds clear हो गए फिर दिमाग में से.
See, I have one question. See,
Yeah.
normally I have seen people either they get into Western dance forms
Mhm.
or they get into say traditional dance forms, something like
Yeah.
Bharatanatyam or Kathak, and then they continue with that.
Yes.
Very rarely I have seen people sticking to both the dance forms.
Mhm.
So I think that's really fascinating. So how do you
Uh,
juggle between Western and traditional? Because these are poles apart, right?
yes.
दोनों में बहुत फर्क है. So
हाँ.
how do you manage that? That's fascinating.
So, as I said, मैं बचपन से भरतनाट्यम करते आई हूँ and I've been trained quite good for like 6 years in Bharatnatyam. So my body is quite well adapted to Bharatnatyam style itself.
Hmm.
Because भरतनाट्यम में बहुत
Okay.
ज़्यादा आपको body stiffness वगैरह चाहिए होता है. You have to play with
Hmm.
your
Okay.
face, your hands and everything
Okay.
because we have a lot of mudras in Bharatnatyam and everything.
Hmm.
So my
Right.
body is kind of used to that because I've been trained for like almost 6 years. उसके बाद भी I started doing my western. It's quite difficult, to directly switch from
Obviously.
uh, Bharatnatyam, like
Obviously.
classical to western. So even till date, I face a bit of problem when it comes to freestyling and doing western forms like hip hop and everything. Though the body
Hmm.
stiffness in hip hop also should be there, but there are other forms also
Okay.
जहाँ पे contemporary होता है, Bollywood होता है. तो आपका बॉडी
Right.
स्टिफनेस वगैरह वहाँ पे थोड़ा आपको प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. I still face that problem, but practice makes man perfect is what they say.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess that is the thing.
Amazing. I mean, staying in both dance forms and continuing that, I think that's a feat.
I'm trying something new
Hmm.
these days, like mixing
Okay.
Western and Bharatanatyam together. There are
Something like a
dancers. There are,
fusion.
yeah, fusion. There are great dancers also who have already done that before. So I'm kind of trying. Like these days, I'm trying to do it. Not
Okay.
yet perfect, but yeah, I'll get there slow.
So now you're getting into fusion also, something which is like a mixture of Western and
Yeah,
traditional.
classical and Western. So it needs it that actually needs a lot of concentration on the music that you hear
Hmm.
and everything. Because कैसे होता है music is not just what you hear ऊपर से. There are पीछे beats भी
Okay.
होते हैं. There are layers also. So when you get into
Hmm.
fusion, you have to be careful about all those things. Because
Okay.
फिर कहाँ पे I have to switch to Western, कहाँ पे I have to do classical, that is थोड़ा tricky. So
I think that must be
I'm
tough.
not.
And I think this will also need a lot more practice,
Yeah.
right? Compared to
So I've
just
not
Western
yet.
or.
You can see on my Instagram profile also there are no videos of fusion till date because मैंने अभी
Okay.
recently start किया. It is almost a month or something like that. I started practicing, but
Okay.
I don't want to do it before I learn something actually really very as a perfect types. It'll take
So
quite
before you
some
come to
time.
the real stage, you want to sort of get some
Yes,
bit
yes.
of perfection in that.
हाँ, नॉट एग्जैक्टली परफेक्शन बट थोड़ा मेरे को ऐसा नॉलेज मिल जाए कि यहाँ पे ये करना है, यहाँ पे ये करना है, बिकॉज
True.
इट इज नॉट एक्चुअली दैट इजी कि बीट्स को पकड़ना है, बिकॉज एवरी सिंगल बीट को अगर आपको पकड़ के ऐसा फ्यूजन करना है तो थोड़ा ट्रिकी हो जाएगा. सो आई एम
See,
गेटिंग
whatever you're saying is Greek and Latin for me, to be honest,
नो
because
कॉन्टेक्स्ट.
you're talking to a person who can't even move his leg confidently. Okay.
आई थिंक
So,
सो.
merely if I'm seeing somebody dance on the stage, that itself is a big thing. Okay. Honestly speaking. Anyways, I think we have few comments. Maybe we can take them up.
या
I think
श्योर.
first couple of them are congratulatory comments. Okay. So that's great to see.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू.
This is also another congratulatory comment. So amazing. After this, now we have a question for you. Okay,
या
so this question comes from Niharika. What's your take on the dance shows on TV?
ओके.
So what is your take on this?
So, yeah, I, of course, being a dancer, it's a dream that someday I have to perform on a big stage, somewhere where I can come on TV and everyone can see me. But I think it is quite very difficult because reality shows में कैसे होता है, there are few dancer friends of mine who have given auditions and everything and who have come back to me and who have
Oh,
told, who have given their views on
okay,
that. So with that knowledge
okay,
I'll be telling this.
okay,
Reality shows कैसे होते हैं, you have to stay there for a couple of months and आपको
right.
every day dance करना होता है and it is like
Hmm.
morning 7 o'clock to night 11, 12 to whatever time you
My
can stretch.
God, that's pretty hectic.
Yes, so rehearsals will be बहुत ज़्यादा rehearsals होते हैं. So if you want to go there, you have to be very, I can say, mentally, physically
Hmm.
strong enough. Because
Hmm.
कैसे होता
Hmm.
है, आपका health भी आपको देखना पड़ेगा. Because once you go to
Definitely.
reality show, वहाँ पे कुछ हो गया ना, तो you have to come out. So that is not what you
True.
can afford.
मतलब वहां जाके कुछ
And
बीमार वगैरह पड़ गए तो you'll have
हाँ,
to leave.
exactly.
Hmm.
So that is
Okay.
one thing. And another thing is आपको प्रेशर बहुत रहेगा वहाँ पे. Because कैसे होता है, you do
True.
इतना रिहर्सल, आपको बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये भी प्रेशर रहता है कि जो फाइनल परफॉर्मेंस रहता है वहाँ पे कुछ मिस ना कर जाऊँ. Because there will
कुछ
be a
स्टेप
lot
ना
of
छूट
people
जाए.
watching. हाँ, yes. That is another thing. And you need a lot of practice. मतलब
True.
to go to that level, आपको नॉट जस्ट डांस, यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन एवरीथिंग. आपका फिजिक पे आपको वर्क करना पड़ेगा. डांस के टाइम पे देयर आर
Hmm.
अ फ्यू स्टंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग दैट दे डू, वो भी
Okay.
आपको सीखना
Okay.
पड़ेगा. सो
True.
इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. बट अगर आपको सच्ची में जाना है रियलिटी
Hmm.
शोज में वगैरह, यू हैव टू गिव योर होल एंड सोल टू दिस थिंग. आप ये नहीं कर सकते हो कि मैं इसके साथ ये भी करूंगी, because at
Okay.
least
Then you have to.
2-3 months before going you have to dedicate
Hmm.
whole of yourself to dance. Keep
So
practicing,
entire
keep.
time and energy has to be focused only on
Yes,
dancing then.
yes,
फिर तुम
yes.
दूसरा कुछ नहीं कर सकते फिर.
See,
Understandable. Because
every,
see, I think this
no
will be
matter
either.
what profession it is, you, one thing is dedication.
Yeah.
That is for
Agreed.
sure, and your consistency. अगर आपको TV shows are not small thing, it's a really huge thing.
Definitely
So
not.
आपको जाने से पहले
Hmm.
you should really think 10 to 20 times. आप
Correct.
ऑडिशंस दे के आ सकते हो, आप सिलेक्ट हो जाओगे, तो उसके बाद आफ्टर गेटिंग सिलेक्टेड द जर्नी स्टार्ट्स. सो आपको उसके बारे में भी थोड़ा यू हैव टू थिंक. एंड
Definitely. And I
रियलिटी
think
शोज में यूजुअली.
this will also have TV coverage.
यस,
Either it will be statewide or pan India, something
यस,
like that.
यस,
So
करेक्ट.
that will have its own stress, right?
यस, करेक्ट,
Plus
एग्जैक्टली. तो
competition.
वही ऑन जो फाइनल हमारा टेक रहता है, उस टाइम पे यू विल बी हैविंग दैट स्ट्रेस बैक ऑफ द माइंड कि आई डोंट मिस समथिंग. सो
Correct. Correct.
प्रैक्टिस के साथ वो सब हो जाएगा, बट व्हेन यू गेट इनटू रियलिटी शोज वगैरह, देयर thousands of people watching you, so
Definitely, you are on
you have
live
to be
television.
prepared for
May
that.
not be live, but you are on television. It is going to
Ha,
get broadcast, that's for sure.
yes, yes,
Hmm. Awesome. Maybe one day.
yes,
But the thing is,
fingers
you are doing
crossed.
so many things. अगर तुमको करना है तो as you said, you'll have to focus only on this, right?
Correct. So right now I quite have a lot in my plate.
I know
Not
that.
crying about it, but then there is, I feel there is right time for everything. And for now, this is the right time for me to focus on something else, focus more on something else. So maybe after that I'll get back to what is my
You
passion.
might give it a thought.
Yes,
You might
yes,
give it a thought.
yes.
You have some more congratulatory messages also, a few more of them. So amazing. You have a lot of
Thank you.
fans coming on the show. This one is a
Thank-
greeting. Somebody is wishing you a hi.
Hi, hi, hi.
Isam Chan, not sure what this is. Okay, this is for good luck.
Oh,
Good luck, medal,
thank
yellow
you.
first.
Thank you so much.
Great. So I have one question from my side. I was
Yes.
wondering what is ramp choreography?
Okay.
What exactly
Uh,
is that?
so I started my ramp work when I was in college. First PU,
Okay.
I started doing ramp work. उसके बाद I continued it, and then we got our own team. There's this Anotsav that happens in Belgaum every year. So we
Right?
participated in that. We won there first, you know, by defeating the most well-known teams,
Oh,
and that is
so
where
you like
our, yes,
you dethroned the champions in a way.
yes. So that is how our team actually started growing. It is called the Team Pride. Our team name is the Team
I've seen
Pride.
the pictures. I've seen the pictures on
Yes,
Insta.
yes. So we as a team, we go everywhere wherever there are ramp walks and ramp competitions happening. So with that, I've learned so much about ramp walk, and how you should the choreography, because ramp competitions में क्या होता है, the main thing is choreography. आपको एक theme दिया जाता है,
Okay.
you have to dress according to the theme, but the
Okay.
main thing where it comes is all is the choreography, how you
Right.
represent all of that on stage.
Hmm. Okay.
So that is
Okay.
where this thing. Uh, Firstly, I started ramp walk. That is because of my friend Tanvi Gowde. I should
Okay.
mention her name. of course. And
Okay.
choreography के बारे में and more about ramp walk, I got to know about Sakshi Devankar. She's been the coach and she's been the
Okay.
backbone of our whole team, the team pride. So
Fantastic.
yes, so that is where I understood more about ramp and everything. उसके बाद I started choreographing for the college teams. Um, the team is
Okay.
participating in some competition, so they
Hmm.
randomly one day a girl called me and she was like, "दीदी
Hmm.
हमारा ऐसा हम जा रहे हैं, हमको choreography
Okay.
करो."
So can you help us out? Hmm.
Yeah, that was the first time I was choreographing something, and I went. I was tensed कि these many days I was on stage. मैं जैसे हमको choreography सिखाया जाता है हम करके आते थे, but this I have to teach them. I
Correct.
have to tell them
Hmm.
everything कि theme कौन सा choose करना है. Some of them have open themes. You can choose
Okay. So
any
you're free
of
to
the
choose whatever you want.
yes in some competitions. So उनका open theme था. So I was so stressed कि इनको theme भी मेरे को बताना है and I have to choose their costumes also. I have to tell them how to walk also, choreograph everything. So that was a kind of challenge, but then they won. So that
Oh,
is how that
fantastic.
rap choreographer thing started.
Started. So you also now have experience on being on the other side of the ramp.
Yes.
Excellent. So I think this is more about, as you said, choosing the theme and how the model should walk. क्या ये होना चाहिए
Correct.
वगैरह वगैरह.
Yes. The
So
execution, more or less,
the
the
execution part of
execution
it.
of the entire theme.
Okay. Okay. I must say I've seen a lot of pictures. There is a complete transformation. What look you have on the ramp? It is a complete transformation. मुझे तो पहचानने में 5 मिनट लग गए. Well, it's amazing to see that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is sometimes surprising for us also कि हम ऐसे think करते हैं and the look comes out something different and it is like
Hmm.
suddenly ऐसा oh my god. Even we will be
ये क्या हो गया?
surprised.
So you must be spending hours in getting the look right,
Yes,
including
yes.
the costume, makeup, everything.
As soon as we decide on participating, this is what our group does. As soon as we decide on participating, we see who all members are getting in because थोड़े रैंक्स में कैसे होते हैं लिमिट ऑफ मेंबर्स रहता है.
Right.
So first we decide on who all will be walking, who all will be working backstage, who all will be working for designs because we design our own
Hmm.
costumes. So
Wow. So you
we
have
have
like
a
somebody in the team who does that?
yes, as I said, Sakshi Devankar, our choreographer, she
Okay.
choreographs
Okay.
and she kind of brings the look कि इसको ऐसे दिखना है, इसको ऐसे दिखना है. This is your character, this is your vibe. And
Okay.
हमारे props रहते हैं
Okay.
huge props, that we carry on our back, in our hands and
I've
everything.
seen.
Yes,
I've
that
seen.
design, everything is done by
Hmm.
a person called Preetam.
Okay.
So he's an artist. It's also
Okay.
Kunal. There's also Kunal in the
Okay.
team. So yeah, these are the three main people in our team, I guess,
Hmm.
who work
Hmm.
for the overall designs and props and everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they do it properly and they actually decide कि तुम लोगों को ये करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है. उसके बाद हमारा अगर if I have some prop and everything, I have to take care completely about my prop. It is
Hmm.
ready on time, it is perfect and everything.
Hmm.
During
Right.
that stage, during getting that prop ready, the main people that come to help is your friends, my friends at least. In our
True.
team, there are people जिनके friends, सबके friends आते हैं and
Okay. Help करने के
they
लिए.
come, yes, they come down and we tell them कि ऐसे करना है, हमको ऐसे करना है. Even they don't know anything about ramp walk and everything, they still sit with us.
फिर भी
They
at
do
least for the
all
moral
of that.
support.
Yes. And I guess
That's
in
really good.
that thing, I'm very much lucky, I can say,
Hmm.
because I've got such friends that, even if I call them at night 12 o'clock कि मेरे को help चाहिए थोड़ा आ जाओ, they'll come.
Those
I'm
are the
sure
best
of
ones.
that.
Those are the
So,
best ones.
yes. So, I guess any ramp walks I've won, somewhere a part of that is always dedicated to them. always, because I would
I think for
never
the
finish that thing without them.
agreed. I think, and for the viewers, it's like they are just viewing the final product on the stage when you're
Yes,
doing the.
right, right.
But there is so much effort which goes into it
There's
backstage.
almost weeks together of work effort that we put. We have
Hmm.
sleepless nights also sometimes, so it is kind of
Hmm.
hectic. And we try to give whatever is the best, and we do give the best. Team pride always gives the best.
Thumbs up for that one.
Yeah.
Now, there is one question which I'm curious to know. This is a sort of a personal question for me. Okay.
Okay.
When you talk about dancing, how much do you think is something like an inborn talent? And
Mm-hmm.
how much do you think can be taught and somebody can learn the dancing skills?
Okay.
According to you.
Um. Um. I don't know how to put this thing in words,
That's
because
okay.
कैसे
Your own
होता है
words.
डांस का कैसे होता है, there is something called as, as you said, inborn talent. कि
मतलब that will
इस
be
बीट
there.
पे ऐसा करना है हमको, कि
Hmm.
आपको बचपन से आता है.
Hmm.
For me at least, I guess I was taught some part of it and some part of it was inborn.
Hmm. Okay.
तो जब मैं बचपन में आई यूज्ड टू डांस, ऐसे गाना सुनते ही
Hmm.
आई यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट मूविंग.
So that indicates something
Yes.
which is ingrained.
हाँ, which is inborn. But some part of it कि इस बीट को कैसे पकड़ना है, and
Hmm.
इसको इस पार्ट को कैसे पोर्ट्रे करना है. This all, I guess it
Okay.
is thought when I was at the early age, and these days
Okay.
also I'm still a learner. I don't say I'm a
Hmm.
perfect dancer anytime, because there's still a lot to learn, sir. This field,
Agreed.
it's never
But you
ending.
had that instinct. But you
Yeah.
had that natural instinct.
Yes.
Then I can feel a little bit better about myself now. But मुझे वो instinct ही नहीं था. So I think I'm feeling better about myself now.
नो, कैसे होता है अभी भी बचपन से लेके अब तक, आई हियर सम सॉन्ग, नो, मैं तो बैठ ही नहीं सकती. नो मैटर व्हाट,
That
इधर
is
माय
good.
हैंड्स विल
That is
स्टार्ट
good.
मूविंग, इधर आई स्टार्ट टैपिंग माय लेग्स, इधर आई
Thank you so much for that. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है अभी.
अरे.
So my question has been answered. By the way, you still have some more congratulatory comments. I will just
थैंक यू,
display
थैंक
them
यू,
on the
थैंक
screen. I think a lot of fan following, I must say. This one says keep being awesome.
यू.
So a lot of now there are two comments. I don't know whether this will be an appropriate question to take up or not.
ओके.
Uh, let's see. Do you want to take it up? मतलब बुरा नहीं है, but not appropriate also. Okay.
इट्स ऑल अप टू यू.
It's really funny. It's really funny.
ओके.
Question is, who dances better, husbands or stags?
ओह माय गॉड.
क्या question?
आई
See,
हैव नो आइडिया.
time
I've
and
never
again we
been
get
there.
questions like this.
I've never been there, so I can't comment.
No, तूने शायद देखा होगा, maybe in weddings and stuff like that. From there you can tell us.
Husbands are actually, that most of them in functions or anything I see, they're more enthusiastic
Oh, is
compared
it?
to wives. They are
Compared to
partners.
stags.
Yeah. And I don't know,
Okay.
after marriage they get that thing or what, I don't know. They're too much enthusiastic. कि अब तो शादी हो गई है भाई, इससे बुरा क्या ही हो सकता है, नाच लेते हैं जैसे नाचना है. So they're kind of
And
that.
the
No offense,
okay.
no offense. I'm so sorry. No offense to anybody, but yeah, this is what it is.
See,
I
that's
feel.
okay. See, this is your take. और
Yeah,
question
this is
किसी
my
ने
take.
पूछा
Yeah.
है, you just try to answer it.
Huh.
See, sometimes I take up these questions because it adds some flavor to the podcast.
Stats ka, they do dance well. ऐसा नहीं. If that is a dancer, then it of
लेकिन उतना
course
फ्री
is.
होके नहीं डांस, उतना फ्री होके नहीं नाचते.
Huh. Yeah. But husbands are more free, I guess, on stage and weddings में वगैरह. If you see, husbands are like
There's a follow-up
all
comment. That's the
enthusiastic.
only place where husbands are free to dance.
Exactly, that is what I
Yes.
was
Let's
trying
not
to
go
tell.
more into this. Let's not go more into this. Yes, we have a lot to discuss. Do you have anything
Yes.
you want to say before we close this segment and maybe move on to the next one? See, you have to decide. This
About
is your episode. अगर
yeah.
तुमको कंटिन्यू करना है डांस के बारे में, we can continue discussing about that.
या डांस के बारे में ज्यादा बोलना है तो आई कैन टेल इट इन जस्ट वन वर्ड सेइंग कि यू नो दैट इज व्हाट keeps me alive, I guess. um,
True.
and that is my thing, dancing on anything.
Hmm.
I'm stressed, I am feeling low, I'm feeling extremely happy, one thing I definitely will do is dance. That is
Dance.
what it means to me. um,
Hmm. So it is something for every mood, basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think,
Initially, when I started dancing, this was not what I felt. But as I'm, growing and I'm
yeah.
able to understand things, I feel this is the best escape that I can have.
Okay. I think, as you
So,
said, everybody has their one go-to thing. So
yes,
for you, that is dancing.
dancing, definitely,
Amazing.
anytime. Because
Pretty cool.
I just said it in one sentence that makes me feel alive. That's it. So, yeah.
Amazing. So should we move on to the next segment?
Yes,
Because I
sure.
know you can go about dancing for hours.
I cannot
That is
stop.
pretty clear from the conversation. Okay. Maybe if time permits, we can come back to it.
Yes,
But
yes,
you also have other pursuits that you want to talk about, definitely, right?
yes, right.
Okay, great. So let's probably move on to the next segment. The
Yeah.
second segment is called Chalo Kuch Tufani Karte Hain.
Oh my God.
This is where this is where Sanjana decided अभी dancing से पेट नहीं भर रहा है, कुछ तूफानी चाहिए. So what to do? Let's take up CA course. You chartered accountancy
That
करना
is
है.
not actually how I
So
took it, sir. There is
I'm
actually
just
kind of a
this is
funny
only for
story.
segment transition. This is only for segment transition.
Ha.
Okay. So you know how casual this podcast is, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I do.
So it is only for segment transition.
Yes.
So yeah, उसका पेट नहीं भरा था dancing से. So she wanted to do, something even more hatke. So she decided to take up CA course. But tell us something about that when dancing was going on so well. You were doing Western as well as classical. So either did you think about it or somebody suggested this to you? How did that happen?
Starting with my uncle,
Okay.
is a chartered accountant himself. So we already have a chartered accountant in our family.
Right.
Um, right. And with that comes my sir, whom I learned from, whom I started taking coaching from, that is Vinayak Asundi.
So both of
Right.
us are very aware of
So,
this.
yes.
Hmm.
So, my uncle and Vinayak sir are quite close friends. So, he keeps
Right.
coming, visiting our home.
Hmm.
So, when I was,
Hmm.
I took commerce when I was in first year. And back then, sir used to take coaching, tuition classes for first and second year as well. So I
Right.
used to go to his coaching only. First year ki
Hmm.
tuition Vinayak sir ke paas jana
Hmm.
hai. And there once, after I guess after 4 5 months of the POC one, he had
Okay.
just come to visit at my place, and while just talking, me, my father, and my uncle,
Hmm.
these three were sitting in the
Hmm.
hall. They were just discussing about how are the classes going on with Vinayak sir.
Okay.
And he suddenly says that, hey, she's very good at accounts. Her grasping power is very nice.
So
Make her
it
do
came
this
up in a
Karao
casual
usko sikhe.
conversation.
Yeah, it was a very casual conversation. And he was like, hey, ಮಾಡ್ಸೋ ಕಿಕ್ಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳಕಿ capacity ಭಾಳ ಐತಕೀಗ, she's capable of doing it, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
ऐसा वगैरह, they just talked, okay? And I don't know after this what exactly they spoke,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
2 3 days after that, my father was coming to drop me to the college,
Okay.
and मैं पीछे बैठी थी, and papa was like, it was my dream also to be a CA. नहीं हो पाया,
Okay.
your uncle
Okay.
became. I was
Hmm.
very happy with that. But I'll be really happy if you and you do it. So think about
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
Kind
So
of
that is what gave
emotional,
you.
they do you all emotional and everything. He spoke like that, and then I was like,
Hmm.
okay, let me think. सोचेंगे थोड़ा
That is
because
what
I knew
gave
ये
you.
मतलब बहुत पढ़ाई होता है and I was never a kid who
Obviously.
used to study. So I was like, okay, let's give it a thought. अभी तो I'm still in first PUC.
Hmm.
Those
Okay.
exams are after second PUC, so there's still a
तो अभी
lot
किसी
of
ने
time to think.
तो किसी ने ऑलरेडी टॉपिक छेड़ दिया था. So that thing was
हाँ,
there at the back of your mind कि ये भी एक
yes,
है.
yeah,
And
exactly.
somewhere your uncle, your dad, and Vinayak sir were on board.
Yes,
So obviously you were
definitely.
sort of thinking about it. So when did you decide to sort of go ahead and register for it?
Um, Vinayak sir told me that you can start coaching when you're in 12th itself
Okay,
for
for
the
the
foundation.
foundation.
Yes.
Right.
उस टाइम पे कैसा था 12th खत्म होने के बाद इट वाज ऑलमोस्ट 6 months का गैप कुछ तो एंड देन यू कैन गिव योर
Hmm.
फाउंडेशन एग्जाम बट नाउ इट इज मेड मोर इजियर कि immediately after 12th,
Hmm.
even before getting certificate that you're 12th graduated, you can give
Okay.
your exam provisionally आप register करके you can do your exams.
Right.
So I was gonna join when I was at 12th itself.
Okay.
So उस time पे Vinayak sir told, see, decide fast and we'll start the coaching when you're in 12th itself.
Okay.
So I sat down and I started thinking. I am a badminton player also. मैं बचपन से badminton भी खेलती हूँ. Um,
Oh my God, that got left out from the flyer.
State level badminton खेला है मैंने. So my father
Okay.
always wanted me to be. Firstly, he
Hmm.
wanted me to be a sports person. Um, go into sports and everything.
Oof.
I went till states. उसके बाद I did not go forward.
Proceed further.
Yes. So that was something my dad really wanted me to do. I
Okay.
couldn't do it. So I felt like, if not that, then at least through the way of CA, I can give back something to him. And that is where I actually decided कि ठीक है, we'll give it a try. He had told me कि एक बार try कर लो, नहीं हुआ तो ठीक है, you can drop it. तो फाउंडेशन मैंने एज अ ट्राई करके ही दिया था. I don't know it was a
Okay.
good thing or a bad thing for me
Hmm.
that I cleared in first
Hmm.
attempt. Honestly speaking, फाउंडेशन
So
को मैंने
you
ज्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं किया था. I was just like
okay.
ट्राई
So you
देना
give
है.
it like a net practice. So you give it
Exactly,
like a net practice. और वो हो
exactly.
गया.
हो गया.
And problem is once you're done with that, then obviously hopes
I
get
don't know.
increased.
I've entered the cave now. So
Exactly. There are a few comments here. I will just request them to wait. I will come back to your comments. Okay. Let's just hear from her.
yes. So
So
that has
now once you
been.
clear foundation, it's like now they also
हाँ.
develop confidence कि
Yeah,
फाउंडेशन
and
पॉसिबल
मेरे को
होगा
भी ऐसा
तुम अभी
हुआ
ये कर
सर कि
सकती है.
फाउंडेशन
Hmm.
में एक्चुअली now these days that I see students studying at the coaching center की फाउंडेशन के लिए
Okay.
वो दिन भर पढ़ाई करते हैं. After the coaching is done, they sit there only and study. I was never this kid when I was in foundation. I'll tell you, मेरा
Hmm.
attempt COVID batch में था. When there was COVID, I had my
Okay.
attempt during that time.
Hmm.
So we
Okay.
had first हमारा नवंबर का attempt, it got postponed to December. And
Hmm.
December में they gave us an option to opt out to January
Okay.
because it was a COVID period. So
Okay.
उसके वजह से आई वाज लाइक नवंबर से दिसंबर हुआ ठीक है चलो पोस्टपोन हो गया एक महीना. फिर दिसंबर से ऑप्ट आउट का हमें ऑप्शन मिला. आई वाज लाइक मैं ऑप्ट आउट कर लेती हूँ, मैं दिसंबर में नहीं दूंगी. सो आई ऑप्टेड आउट फॉर
Okay.
जनवरी. सो आई रिमेंबर वेरी क्लियरली जनवरी 21st मेरा एग्जाम था. सीरियसली एग्जाम है फाउंडेशन का, सीए का फाउंडेशन का एग्जाम है करके मैं पढ़ने बैठी ऑन 1st January. टिल देन आई वाज जस्ट डूइंग मजाक मस्ती. इसी में चला गया मेरा टाइम. तो मैं
If you
लिटरली
remember in
20
your
डेज पढ़ी हूँ.
conversation, okay.
सीरियसली मैंने 20 डेज पढ़ा है फाउंडेशन के लिए कि
Okay.
okay baba, this is actually a big exam, this is the toughest exam that
Hmm.
in the country,
Hmm.
इसको थोड़ा
Hmm.
तो seriously करेंगे करके 20
Hmm.
दिन मैंने पढ़ा,
Hmm.
and I was really not sure कि मैं पास हो जाऊंगी या नहीं, but I got cleared in first attempt itself. उसके बाद even I had this thing running behind my mind कि
Going on.
इतना ही पढ़ के I have finished my foundation in one go, just
Hmm.
by studying in
Okay.
20 days when people they struggle इतना ज़्यादा.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
was like, तो थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ के क्लियर तो कर ही सकती हो. So this is what got into my head. So that is when I actually decided कि नहीं इसको continue करेंगे. I don't know.
Fantastic.
That sounds illogical, but then yeah, that is what got into my head कि बिना ना seriously पढ़े ही मैंने first
Hmm.
attempt में
So
foundation
only
clear
after
किया.
putting in efforts of 20 days, you managed to clear foundation in the first attempt. So तुमको ये
Yes.
लगा कि ठीक है, I should pursue this. Hmm.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So now a few comments before we go ahead. Okay.
Yes.
So I think this comment pertains to I think the discussion which I think your uncle and maybe dad and Vinayak sir had. So somebody saying Fasadia this
बस
goes might
I don't
be
know,
a good
that
comment.
might turn into a good thing for me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think this is on a lighter note.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be on a serious note also, I don't know. But let's take it on a lighter note.
No, I
Right.
guess somewhere जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. So yeah.
Yeah. So in hindsight, I think it was a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is something probably for me. Good work. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The comment. Sir, big fan. Oh, thank you so much. That's great. Now, I don't know. I think this is probably for you.
Oh.
What do you make out of this? I think this is some
Okay.
kind of appreciation, different ways of appreciating.
I guess so.
There is one question on your future career prospects. I think that probably I'll take it at the end. Okay, so
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is one question on what are
Sure.
future plans, career, and all that. Maybe we will take it up at the end.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, once all the segments are done.
Yes.
There is one question I think. Okay, this is going back to badminton. What age did you start badminton?
Okay. Um, Badminton, I guess I started when I was in fifth standard. Fifth standard, fourth or fifth standard के बीच में I started badminton. That is also
Hmm.
because of Vinayak sir only.
Okay, okay, that was the
So
inspiration for you.
inspiration, yes. He's played his nationals and he's won
Yeah.
trophies.
He
So yeah.
won. He wins every other competition which happens here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Even even in
So
other
I must
sports.
say for badminton and as well as CA, he's been the inspiration. Uh, so yeah, that fourth or fifth,
Okay,
I started my badminton.
fantastic. Okay, so
I
now I'm
represented
just
state when I was in eighth
in high school itself.
high school.
You are playing at state level.
State, yes.
See, now if I think about this, when you are in college, by that
Mhm.
time you were already a dancer who could dance Western, who could do classical, who was already in CA course, at least through with the first stage, was also
Yes,
doing ramp choreography,
yes,
right? Who was probably also playing badminton at some
yes,
level.
yes, yes.
I was wondering, मैं college में कहा था, मुझे तो कहीं का नहीं था, honestly speaking. I had no sense of direction.
I was, to
करना है
add one
अभी.
more thing to that, I was also a ladies representative at the college, which is the head girl of the college that you can say.
And we have some fresh information coming in from one of the viewers. Not only a dancer, she's also good singer too. She has sang in many satsangs and after living in Belgavi with huge crowds.
Oh my god.
What is this, Sanjana?
Okay,
मैंने
about that,
मैंने तुमको बताया था कि तुम्हारा फ्लायर विल बी लाइक A4 साइज पूरा पैम्पलेट ही बनाना पड़ेगा नेक्स्ट टाइम.
yeah, I remember you saying that, sir. Okay, so
And
talking
so you
about
sing
this,
also.
I sing at satsangs. I like to sing at satsangs. It is it gives a lot of peace to your mind when I go to satsangs and everything. I've done this. I'm a member of the Art of Living family.
Okay.
So they have satsang every Thursday and every
Hmm.
Sundays. So I keep going regularly to satsangs and everything. So वहाँ पे मैं भजन गाती हूँ, भगवान के
Oh.
भजन
So
मैं
you
गाती
also
हूँ.
have a spiritual base, along
Yeah,
with all this.
yes, 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 a lot.
So I think one other viewer also has pointed out that she sings in Art of Living Bhajans also.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Yes. One viewer has appreciated you being multi-talented.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All everything is
वही
God's
मैं
grace.
सोच रहा था वही मैं सोच रहा था व्हाट वाज आई डूइंग इन कॉलेज आई वाज जस्ट आई थिंक वाइलिंग अवे टाइम कुछ प्रोडक्टिव नहीं कर रहा था मैं ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग एनीवे
I guess
यस सो
nobody
नाउ
except for um, my family and the closest family members, family friends, nobody has seen me sing in a satsang till date because most of them don't, they don't come to satsangs, they don't
ओके
visit. So it's most of
Hmm.
them from my family and the closest friends circle that I have who know that I sing in
Okay.
satsangs and everything.
So now the secret is out in a way.
Yes.
That's good. We should thank viewers like this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, we have one love from Kazakhstan.
Oh my god.
I think this
Thank
is
you.
our first international viewer on the show.
Oh my
So
god.
just
Thank you so
imagine
much.
your reach.
Thank
Really?
you.
Anonymous 123.
Whoever it is, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining. Definitely. So now you have come to the final stage. So you are also pursuing your practical training. So which obviously means lack of time. So that brings me to an important question. How are you managing all this with office work? That is the million-dollar question, which has been bugging me also. So please, and I have a similar, there is a similar comment here also. How do you get time?
Yes.
So please
Um,
tell the audience.
yes. About managing time and everything. आर्टिकलशिप का कैसे रहता है टाइमिंग फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग 11 o'clock टू 7 ऑलमोस्ट ये फिक्स
I
टाइमिंग
think
रहता है सभी ऑफिसेस का जनरली दिस इज द टाइमिंग सो इफ देयर इज समथिंग आई डोंट these days I don't dance every day. There are some
okay,
days in a week that I dance, particularly like
okay,
Sundays. Every day Sunday, every time, every week Sunday I do. Other than that,
okay,
when I feel very much stressed or I'm feeling very heavy, I feel low. That is the day when I dance.
okay,
So
okay,
taking
okay,
out time for that is, I guess, most of the times I dance at nights when everyone in my home is asleep. I dance at that time around 11 o'clock or something like that, 10, 11 time
so
frame.
you close all the doors, everything. You
Yes, it is completely me time. It's just me, my music, and my camera. That's it.
understood.
And other than that, there are so many, events that I attend and everything. For that, I make a proper schedule कि, अगर इस time पे मेरे को जाने का है, then I'll make sure if I have to come back early from the office, I make sure I go
Okay.
early. Then
So I
and
think I would say, sorry to interrupt. I think these
yes,
are some
yes,
advantages of pursuing articleship from a relatively smaller city. Because
yes.
I think had you been in Bangalore or Pune, something like this, probably, मतलब
No.
11 o'clock starting time तो पक्का नहीं होता था.
Nahin.
That is for
That
sure.
is the whole reason I, decided to do articleship from Belgaum itself.
Here itself. Right.
Because अगर मैं बैंगलोर जैसे cities को जाती थी बैंगलोर मुंबई वगैरह I
Hmm.
would have not got little bit of
Hmm.
time also because it is very
Definitely.
hectic. आपको travel
Yeah,
करना
yeah.
पड़ता है and after
Workload also is very high.
doing yes
Workload also is very high.
too much.
Correct.
So I feel staying in your own city
Hmm.
where you have your own place where your mother cooks everything and keeps right in front of you. You don't have to do anything extra. So I guess this is
And
more
office also
convenient.
has some flexible timings,
Exactly.
apart from the seasons, of course. That is
Yes.
understandable.
Seasons के time पे it will be quite
Hmm.
a bit hectic. उस time पे I don't
Correct.
usually do a lot of things
Hmm.
because
Correct.
peak
You
season
don't
पे
plan
काम बहुत
much
होता है.
of other
Yes,
things around that time.
correct.
So that's good.
So
So
other than
dancing, you
that,
said you generally take out time in the night for
yes,
dancing, which
yes,
is for
yes.
your own this thing.
Own, yes, right.
Okay.
Final के classes भी होते हैं. I've started final classes also. So
Good God.
कभी कभी that also I adjust with time. There is no proper
Hmm.
time कि मैं सुबह इस time पे करूँगी या शाम को इस time पे
Hmm.
करूँगी. That again depends on my schedule. If I have to go
That must be,
somewhere,
I
if I
think,
have to,
day-to-day basis,
yes.
probably.
एक ही thing है कि consistently classes करना है, which I'm doing.
Okay.
उसके अलावा I don't think so there should be a problem. अगर आप
Hmm.
everyday classes कर रहे हो, irrespective of, this is for me because मेरा schedule fix नहीं रहता है. There are workshops
Hmm.
that I attend, उनके timings अलग रहते हैं. मेरा ऑफिस का टाइमिंग भी have to see.
Correct.
तो उसके हिसाब से
Correct.
I managed to do one class per day, which for now I guess is going good.
Okay. Going good. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm. So there is one suggestion for you. I think this is related to satsangs. There's one advice. Please come for long Sudarshan Kriya, even
Oh,
on Sundays or Mondays or Saturdays, as per your convenience.
yes,
The
yes,
suggestion
yes,
which
yes,
has
yes.
come from a
Yes.
viewer.
I
You
will. I
have
will.
more fan comments. Being proud of you.
Thank you.
And Star of Belgavi
Oh
also.
my God. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Hmm. So we still have a couple of things to talk about, which is about your
Yes.
modeling pursuit and being an
Yes.
influencer.
Yes.
So do you want to say anything about being in CA course, or should we move
Um,
to the next segment?
about CA, I just want to tell for the viewers, if there's anybody who's planning on doing CA, first thing I just want to tell them is it is quite a big challenge for your own self. And all I want to say is just don't compare yourself with others. Everyone has their own time of getting out of it. And when it is your time, you will definitely come out of it. So for me also, when I literally was stuck in intermediate itself for 3 years. So I guess the time I got out of it was the right time for me to get out from the
Hmm.
intermediate
True.
stage. But all I can say is if you really want to do CA itself, because मेरे इंस्टाग्राम के डीएम्स में भी बहुत सारे लोगों ने पूछा है कि it is taking a
Okay.
lot of time for me also to
Hmm.
clear CA. Should I
Hmm.
drop it? Should I continue it? For them, I
Okay.
just want to tell that if this is what you really want to do, then stick to it. Give up mat karo.
Okay.
That is only
Okay.
what I can say. Because if
Hmm.
once you give up, then there's nothing. Because you have to give all of yourself to CA. If you accept that course, the course will accept you. If you feel like
Fantastically put.
yes.
Very well put, I must say.
So if you feel like 50-50 mindset से आप खेलना चाहोगे इस गेम में तो आप
Hmm.
नहीं टिकोगे.
May not work out. Hmm.
Yes.
True.
Because this is what I have faced also. As I said, this was not first choice that I wanted to pursue as a career.
It happened along the way.
Foundation कैसे तो हो गया initially, but when
Hmm.
I came to intermediate and I kept failing, I kept taking attempts on
Hmm.
attempts. That is when I actually realized that I have to accept this course.
Hmm.
That I am
Understood.
doing it for my own self and not for others. जब आप खुद
Hmm.
accept करोगे कि no matter what ये मेरे को करना है and I'll do it for my own self and I'm accepting the course, that is when you will आपका perspective of seeing things in this course
Change हो
also will
जाएगा.
change.
Hmm.
And then with time and with the right time, you'll just get out. So just don't give up, don't lose hopes. That is the main thing. क्योंकि हो जाता है अटेम्प्ट्स के ऊपर अटेम्प्ट्स आप अगर ले रहे हो तो यू टेंड टू बी लाइक व्हाट एम आई डूइंग, क्या हो रहा है, आई एम नॉट इवन एबल टू क्लियर वन एग्जाम. एग्जिस्टेंशियल
कंटिन्यू
क्राइसिस आ
करना है
जाता
कि
है
नहीं
लाइफ
करना
में.
है, कंटिन्यू करना है कि
यस,
नहीं करना है. So
exactly.
all sort of
So this
questions
is
start
a
coming to your
common
mind.
question where everyone will have it in their mind कि what
Correct.
am I doing, nahi ho raha hai mere
Hmm.
se, nahi ho raha hai mere se. So all I just want to say to them is, sabar karo, be patient, because this course will test your patience and आपको ऐसा मोड़ के चला जाएगा, but be ready for that if this is what you really want.
I think very well articulated, very nicely put. Now, I think probably I will ask my first really sensible question to you.
Yes, sir.
I had seen one of your Insta posts where you had mentioned that, because you wanted to focus on CA, probably you had to take a break from dance for a quite
Yeah.
longer period of time. I think that
Yes.
was a very heartfelt post, I must say. So tell us something about that. How difficult was it to, take a break from something which you're so passionate about to pursue something again which is important to you?
Mhm. Okay. So when I cleared my foundation and I got when I decided that I'll continue this course, I remember Jan 28th हमारे एग्जाम्स खत्म हुए थे and ये opt out किया था मैंने. So it was
Okay.
for the people who had given it in December itself. For them, they already had finished their exam and they had quite a lot of time to think कि I'll pass the foundation exam and I'll get into
Hmm.
um,
Okay. The
intermediate and I
next
can
is.
start my coaching. So यहाँ पे
Okay.
coaching first Feb से start हो रहे थे.
Okay.
And so I just had 3 days to decide if I have to go with the coaching or not.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
I decided and I went with that. And first day of the class, we were told that intermediate is not what foundation was, and it is really
Hmm.
not what foundation was. I can say foundation
True.
is just 10% of what intermediate is. Intermediate and its syllabus and
Hmm.
everything.
Okay.
So we were told that we have to be away from our distractions if we are aiming at doing clearing this in first attempt and everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we were told 9 months complete dedication जो है वो पूरा स्टडीज में डालना है आपको, नो मोबाइल्स,
कहीं
नथिंग.
और फोकस नहीं करना है. No distractions whatsoever.
Exactly. So
Hmm.
that is the time where I was away from social media. I deleted my Instagram account. I had no Instagram account back then.
Hmm.
Um, I was hardly only on WhatsApp, which even after
Hmm.
like I guess 4 months before exam, even that got deleted from my mobile.
Uninstalled. Hmm.
Yes, uninstalled. Um,
So in the
and
process somewhere तुमको लगा कि डांस में भी काफी टाइम स्पेंड हो सकता है.
हाँ, ये हमारे क्लासेस की टाइमिंग्स भी वैसे थे सर. इनिशियली इट वाज फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग 7 o'clock टिल इवनिंग 8 ऐसा तक. सो
ओके.
कंटिन्यूस हमारे
ओके.
क्लासेस होते थे. ब्रेक आई गेस हमको सिर्फ ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए 1 घंटा मिलता था, लंच के लिए 1 घंटा मिलता था,
लंच के लिए.
बीच में हाफ एन आवर इवनिंग स्नैक्स के लिए मिलता था.
करेक्ट.
एंड दैट ऑल्सो वी यूज्ड टू बी इन द क्लास इटसेल्फ, सराउंडिंग द क्लास.
करेक्ट.
तो उस टाइम पे टाइम ही नहीं मिलता था एंड आई कुडंट टेक एनी चांस ऑफ मिसिंग एनी ऑफ द क्लासेस एट दैट टाइम. एंड
You
एज
must
एन
be
हाउ
thinking यार खाने के लिए टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है.
exactly,
डांस के लिए कहाँ से
and
टाइम
as
निकलेगा.
and how I decided to give both the groups in the first attempt.
ओके. ओके.
There was again a lot of pressure कि सारा syllabus complete करना है, because doing
करेक्ट.
both the groups is a lot. तो portion अगर
आई
time
थिंक.
से complete नहीं हुआ तो it is again
करेक्ट.
you know
करेक्ट.
uh, you will get into stress, and stress की वजह से you will forget what you have read also during the exams.
It
So
becomes
I was
difficult to
just
focus as well.
exactly. So we were running a little late in the class with the syllabus. So we had to start one subject. There was this one subject audit के लिए हमको time नहीं था. बाकी के हमारे दिन में fix हुए थे. So it was like 7:30 to 9:30, like in the later stage, in the second part
ओके.
of the coaching, like after some 3-4 months, it was from 7:30 to 9:30. Continuous classes होते थे.
ओके.
तो उस टाइम पे ऑडिट के लिए एक सब्जेक्ट के लिए हमको टाइम नहीं था कि कहाँ हम
ओके.
इसको बिठाए. So that is when we started seeing audit lectures in morning 5 o'clock. morning 5 to 7:30, we were 8 to 10 of us who used to come to class every day morning. 5 to 7 o'clock, we used to see audit के lectures. 7 to
I
7:30
think
break लेते थे.
ये मैंने अपने आंखों से देखा है.
Yes.
All
So 7
people
o-
huddled in front of a
yes.
laptop.
Right. So
Hmm.
that was the time where it got really very difficult for us, because हम घर जाते थे ही around 9:30, and me and one of my friend called Komal, we decided she used to stay far away from the class, so सुबह 5 बजे आना was not feasible for her, traveling
Hmm.
that long distance. So we both decided to stay right in front of the class so that we don't have to waste time in traveling and everything. So I was awake,
Hmm.
even though the coaching class was at the in the same
Right
city that
opposite.
I stayed.
Right
I
opposite.
still chose to go out of home and stay for like 2 months for the
You must have
coaching.
really missed dancing during this time, right?
ऐसा टाइम ही नहीं मिलता था सर, तो मैं भूल ही चुकी थी that I was a dancer. I
Correct.
almost forgot
And
that I was a dancer, and I had literally forgotten how did I feel when I was dancing.
hmm.
So during जब ये phase खत्म हुआ and I gave my
Hmm.
exams, बहुत
Hmm.
hectic था. I struggled with a few health issues also उस time पे, तो it was
Hmm.
quite very stressful. एग्जाम खत्म करके
Okay.
जब मैं फ्री हुई ना, um, 2 महीने के लिए आई डिड नॉट टच एनी बुक्स. आई न्यू कि समवेयर थोड़ा तो आई विल नॉट पास, बिकॉज पता चला
Okay.
था मेरे को. आई हैड
Hmm.
इवैल्यूएटेड कि कैसे गया है,
Hmm.
मेरी
Hmm.
एग्रीगेट में तो जाएगा ये तो पक्का था मेरे को. सो
See,
दो
Sanjana,
आई
you don't have to get into too many details.
या बट
Okay.
इट
See,
इज
it's a
लाइक.
tough course. Okay.
हाँ, तो
Hmm.
इट वाज लाइक
Oh,
बहुत ज्यादा हेक्टिक हो चुका था. सो
correct.
I had literally forgotten
And
how to dance and everything.
I remember clearly from your post, I think in the end you had said कि the moment you came back to dancing, you felt alive again.
Yes.
And now, no matter what happens, you're not going to stop dancing.
No.
Correct? So that's why I remember that post very distinctly
It was
because it was
almost
very
one and a
heartfelt.
half year. 1.5 year.
Hmm. Oh
कुछ
my
भी टच
God.
नहीं है डांस से. No touch
Oh,
with dancing. Nothing. So
correct.
it was very tough उस time पे, because
Hmm.
as I said I express everything through dance. And उस time पे इतना
Correct.
सब कुछ feel हो चुका था, but I was not able to
Hmm.
get it out. So when I decided कि नहीं, what am I doing? मेरे को ऐसा हो चुका था, because I knew very well कि this is not the course that I wanted, but I'm still doing
Not
it.
your first choice. Not your first
Exactly.
choice. Hmm.
हाँ, तो but I'm still doing it. तो जो मैं चाहती
Hmm.
हूँ वो मेरे को करने को टाइम ही नहीं मिल रहा है, which
Hmm.
I
Correct.
love the most.
Correct. So then you
So
got back
that
to
is
it and then
when,
you decided कि no
yes,
matter what
that is
happens,
when I came
dancing
back
को
again
continue
to
करना ही
dance,
है.
and
Hmm.
I did not stop from then. No matter, it is quite difficult to manage time at this point also.
True. So this
वो
is
तो
one
नहीं छोड़ने
post which
वाली हूँ मैं.
we should
No
discuss.
matter what, dancing is not gonna
That's really,
stop in my life ever again.
really good. So way that's stayed in my mind because
Yes.
that came straight from the heart. It was very evident. So I thought this should come up in the discussion.
Yes.
Definitely. So before we go ahead, I think there are a few comments again. I think some of them again, some appreciation for you. I think
Thank
this is
you.
probably
My dad.
proud feeling as daughter of my dearest friend.
Thank you, uncle. Thank you.
So next one I think comes from Yash. All the very best to both of you. So for your channel and Sanjana for your future adventures. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Yash. That definitely means a lot for both of us.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
There is one more, I think, appreciation comment. Today I'm celebrating my 63rd birthday, and both of your conversation is a big birthday gift to me. Oh my God. Sir, I
Thank
think it
you.
is more from Sanjana. Whatever
Yes.
experiences she is sharing, it is more of that. But great. It's,
Thank you.
I
Thank
think,
you.
really motivating for us, both of us. Great. So I think now we have, couple of more things to discuss.
Yes.
So I will jump into the third segment. The third
Yes.
segment probably we will discuss. It is titled the ramp walk.
Walk.
So you know what this is about. probably we'll discuss how did you get into modeling and maybe how did you become an influencer. So you
Yes.
can take a break. तुमको पहले किस बारे में बात करनी है? Whether you want
Yes.
to go with modeling first or influencing first.
So it all first started with modeling only. As I said,
Okay.
first PUC में I started doing my ramp walk. I started with the ramp walk journey. उसके बाद we
Okay.
found we created this group called Team Pride. So with that, I've been उसके बाद the ramp walk journey and all started, the modeling journey basically.
Okay.
And then with through a friend, I got this contact about the Miss Belgium thing. So with that contact, I got into that. It was actually a Miss India pageant, and yes, it was a Miss India pageant. In
Hmm.
that there are rounds also. Miss India pageant में हमेशा rounds होता है. First city winner होता है, then state winner होता है, and then um,
Then
all
you
over
qualify for
country.
the
Yes,
main event. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So first it was city wise. तो city में I was crowned as Miss Belgaum. उसमें भी rounds होते हैं. After all that, I was crowned as Miss Belgaum, and उसके बाद states का था. States में भी I was in the top 5 for Miss Karnataka, and
Wow.
the finals of the states were happening in the month of October something. So I had to
Okay.
go, and immediately a week after that was gonna be the main Miss Belgaum ka. So I had to stay
Hmm.
there only and finished everything and come
Okay.
back. I was supposed to go to Jaipur for that. So,
Okay.
but at that time it was quite difficult for me to make a choice between Miss this thing and my
Okay.
CA exams because my attempt was right in the month of November, which was just
Very difficult choice.
a few days after the pageant.
Hmm.
So I had to choose between then, and for that time, I thought it was right for me to choose CA, and I chose
Okay.
CA, and I gave up on the Miss Karnataka
The
and Miss
the
India at
pageant.
that time because I felt I might get a chance in the future also for the Miss
Hmm.
Belgium thing.
Hmm.
But if
Hmm.
this attempt is
Okay.
gone, I'm not gonna get that attempt back.
Very difficult choice.
So
Very
I had
difficult
to,
choice.
yes, it was a very big difficult
Hmm.
choice. So that is how that
That's
modeling
how
thing
you got
started.
into. So that also was accidental. It was not
Yes,
planned. The
no,
plan नहीं
no,
किया था कि मॉडलिंग करना है या ऐसे कुछ. It was
नहीं,
very
कुछ नहीं
accidental.
planned था. No, it is not.
Amazing. So influencing भी वैसे ही आ गया या?
Influencing, I I do dance videos and everything. So that is how I started posting my dance videos on जब ऐसा reels आया, that is when I started posting my
Hmm.
dance videos and everything.
So
Mainly,
you started getting followers
yes.
through that content.
Mainly when I decided कि मैं public जाऊंगी because till then my account was private. मैं अपने
Hmm.
तक ही
Okay.
रखती थी. When
Hmm.
I came back, वो intermediate का वो जो scene हुआ उसके बाद I started dancing again. That is when I felt
Hmm.
that I have to share this
Hmm.
with
This.
people.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
Even if I inspire one person, also that is a lot for me.
Hmm.
So that is when I started posting publicly. I started
Okay.
posting on YouTube also. So that is
Hmm.
how this influencing thing started. I started gaining followers, and
Hmm.
I started getting few collaboration from brands, advertising, marketing, and everything. So yeah, that is how the influencing thing is going on right now.
Fantastic. In fact, there is one reel I have seen of yours. I think it was a collaboration reel, which I think was really well made and to the point. मुझे तो दो तीन उसमें से डायलॉग भी याद है. I think this was for a fitness center,
Yeah.
pretty recent. I
Yes.
remember one line. I think where you say कि अपने प्रॉब्लम से भागने के लिए I had to do some leg exercises, and you also say कि they
हमेशा
have lockers
हमेशा की तरह अपने प्रॉब्लम से भागने के लिए I had to train
भागने के
my
लिए
legs.
exactly.
Yes.
That I remember. And you say that they have lockers तो ये
Yes.
आपका सामान आपके
आपको
सीक्रेट से भी ज्यादा सेफ रखते हैं. So
Yes.
tell me something. So this script
Hmm.
also you only write? Yeah,
Yes.
you have somebody who writes the script. You only
No.
wrote the script.
Me personally, for me at least, personally, I write my own scripts. There's
So one
nobody
more addition.
does it for
One more
me.
addition. This is
For
like
now,
one
at
more
least,
feather in the
there's
cap.
nobody. For now, at least, there's nobody who does it for me.
My
I
God.
do my own
I was just
script.
hoping. I was just hoping कि at least script लिखने वाला कोई और निकले.
No, no, no. I
Not
do it on my
not
own.
happening.
No.
So you also write your own scripts now. So as I said,
Yes.
another feather in the cap.
Yes. If
Amazing.
there is
But I really
anything,
enjoyed that reel because I think it was to the point
it is kind of
and it drove
relatable to
the brand
everybody, I
really well.
guess.
Yeah, very relatable, and it drove the point of the brand really well.
Right.
So,
So
amazing,
that is
amazing.
how.
I really enjoyed that scripting.
Thank you, thank you.
It was too good.
The one thing of
There
influencers is
is.
that you have to be careful.
Hmm.
Every time you give something new to the
Hmm.
audience, same
Hmm.
na ho jaye, because again they'll get bored.
Hmm.
So there's something every time fun. If you want them to watch the whole content, you have to make it interesting.
True. और अभी लोगों के attention span बहुत ही कम हो गए. So if you have
Yes.
to keep them engaged even for like a 45-50 second reel also,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
not going
Yes.
to be easy.
Yes.
There was
Correct.
one statement also in that. I think you said I also did some back exercise.
Yeah.
जो लोग पीठ पीछे बात करते हैं they should get a good view. I mean, wow. To those who have not watched the
Yeah.
reel, I have shared a link to both YouTube and the Insta page in the video description. Please check out her content, especially this reel I'm talking about. I mean, obviously, she has a lot of dance videos and things like
Yeah.
that. But if you want to see, how a script should be written for a brand, I think that's a perfect example.
Thank you. Thank you.
I personally really enjoyed that one. I think we have a couple of comments. Okay, I think this is something for me. So
Okay.
I am using my discretion and taking it up. I'm sorry, Niharika. I'm not taking that up because it's too embarrassing. Okay, there is one comment which I'll take up. Why not to share your weakness, which can take care of in your own life and future planning for my daughter too. I'm not sure what exactly the person is asking,
Yes.
but maybe I think maybe he needs some suggestions for his daughter. That is one thing I clearly got from here.
But then regarding.
Maybe I think maybe something probably which you see as your weakness or something which you did not do right, which people can learn from. Maybe I think that is what
Um,
he's asking, which we can take care of it in our own life. Maybe I
there are
think
a lot of no, there are a lot of mistakes that I've made in life. We are
maybe a
human
couple of
beings. We
them.
tend to make mistakes, but again, it is
I think he's clarified that's correct. So maybe
yes.
something which you see as
Um,
your weakness or you
right.
made a mistake, something like that.
Um, every person I feel has their own weakness. For me, I don't want to tell it as a openly,
The
but
person is very cautious. He's also saying don't take it in a negative way.
yeah.
I think Sanjana is sport enough.
No, no,
So she
no,
knows
no.
what was the question he
Yes,
intended at.
yes, yes, yes. About giving suggestions, I can say is we've all made mistakes, okay? In
Hmm.
the life, we are humans and we are tend to make mistakes. And when
No
you
doubt
make
about
mistakes,
it.
I guess you learn from them.
Hmm.
Um, so, and
See, maybe
I
one or two
usually,
things, something, couple of specific things, maybe you can tell the
yeah,
viewers.
because I'm not exactly getting specifically
Take your time. See,
किस
we can
बात
even
पे
come back to this comment later when you have framed some stuff.
या मे बी
वो भी कर सकते हैं. It's
yes
not necessary should
weaknesses
answer.
तो सबके अलग अलग होते हैं um,
Agreed, but I
for
think
me
he wants something
my
which.
one biggest weakness of me is मैं बहुत आलसी हूँ I can't get out
Anyway,
of my
so we
bed if I
have
feel
finally we have something in common. But it is
बहुत
very
आलसी हूँ
difficult to believe. Very difficult to believe what you are saying. कौन यकीन करेगा after whatever profile your
मैं
pursuit you have
आलसी
read,
हूँ.
कौन यकीन करेगा
I
that you are lazy?
myself am admitting मैं आलसी हूँ. There are few things that I
He also doesn't
feel.
agree. He also doesn't
There,
agree.
there are
See,
few
मेरे
things
केस में
that
believe
I.
करना आसान है.
No, believe me, there are few things that I keep postponing कि आज नहीं कल, just because I'm आलसी. But
Is it
at
because
some point
also
of time,
because
I do
your
that.
schedule is packed? I think it is because the schedule is packed.
No, sir, there are
Not that you
some
are
days
alsi.
that. No, there are some days where I don't feel only like getting up from my bed. I keep get yelled from my parents every day. Every day, get up early and do this,
You
get
know
up
how
early and do
parents
this.
are, right?
Yeah, but then still, that
But
is.
I think
मैं
what
आलसी
you're
हूँ
mentioning,
इसीलिए.
I would maybe differ on this. I think तुम जो बोल रही हो, those are maybe exceptions. Okay, in a few days, इतना सब करने के बाद, few days you feel चलो अभी नहीं करते, बाद में करते हैं. It is a problem if you feel like this daily. Okay, which does happen with me. Of course, not in everything,
हाँ.
but
But for me,
so.
I guess मैं एक बार सो जाऊँ ना, मेरे को उठने में बहुत ऐसा. I feel like I don't want to get up.
So
ये
I was
तो रोज
saying
ही
that
फील होता है. I just feel like मैं सो जाऊंगी
I was
ऐसे ही
saying that you
आराम
sleep a
से.
lot.
Yeah. Sleep
Okay,
is
how
one
many
thing
hours?
I can't compromise on.
That shouldn't be compromised also. But how many hours do you sleep? You're saying you sleep a lot. If
Not
you want to
much.
talk about it, see, because
Okay,
you only say you
normally for my body to function properly with with all that I'm doing in a
इतना
day,
build up just to give sleep hours.
concentration concentration के साथ, if I have to concentrate in all that I'm doing, then I have to get 8 hours of sleep. लेकिन मेरा दिमाग नहीं चलता.
8 is normal.
No,
7 to
no,
8 is
no.
normal.
8 is every day that I sleep. But if I sleep,
हाँ.
so I sleep like 9, 10, sometimes 11 also. So
Okay. ठीक है, कभी कभी ज्यादा सो लेती हो.
that is
Okay, I
why.
think he is probably misunderstood. He's saying they are lovely parents. Let me clarify. My intention was not that. I'm just saying that normally parents find out something to say ये ठीक से नहीं है, वो ठीक से नहीं है.
Yeah.
They'll find something. That was my point. See, parents obviously have our best interest at heart. मैं
Yes,
कहने का
yes,
वो
yes.
मतलब है. But
Yes.
somehow they find something. ठीक है, पढ़ाई हो गई है, they'll find something else. That's what I meant. Nothing else.
True answer. It's true.
So I think I have my own reservations on saying that you are a lazy person. Okay, sometimes you procrastinate. थोड़ा delay कर
Yeah.
देते हो कि आज नहीं करना है.
I do.
But see, being an actually lazy person, I think I have a right to comment on this. This is probably not laziness. Maybe we can agree to disagree on this.
अरे.
तुमको लग रहा है तुम lazy हो, ठीक है, fine. But I have different views.
Okay.
Hmm. So okay. So एक बात बताओ. See, after you became an influencer, your reels started getting traction, views आने लग गए,
Yeah.
followers आने लग गए. So did brands approach you, or how did that happen? Or there was somebody
Yes.
who knew you and
Hmm.
they thought that okay, you can do this. How did that?
Yes. Initially, I got approached from the people that I knew.
Okay.
Um, then I made 2, 3 videos, and that is when brands approached. If you can do that, if you can do this
Hmm.
for this brand. I recently
Okay.
collaborated with Sudarshan Silks and
Hmm.
Being Human. So these are the brands that
Excellent.
they asked me to model for them,
Hmm.
create some content for them. Being Human was very recently, I guess a week ago. So initially, at least it
That's
was
a
from the
huge brand.
people I knew.
Right?
It was from
So
the
being
people I
human,
knew.
that's a huge brand.
Yeah. So yeah, initially it was from the people I knew. After some 2, 3 videos I made, उसके बाद
Hmm.
brands started coming.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fantastic. Amazing.
Yes.
So I think influencing came towards the end.
Yeah.
So initially started with dancing,
Like,
then probably you
it
got
is
into the.
not more about influencing. I never thought I would do that, but
Okay.
with what I
The
started
intention was
posting
to
and
put out the
everything,
content.
that
That was
yes,
the hmm,
yes, intent was just giving the audience the dance content that I create.
hmm. That was the
उसके
intention.
साथ ये इन्फ्लुएंसिंग थिंग अभी आ गया है, अभी वो खुद होके आ गया है, तो why not continue it?
Obviously, see in Hindi there is a proverb.
घर
जब
है
लक्ष्मी
लक्ष्मी को
तिलक
कौन
लगा
मना
रही है,
करता है?
जब लक्ष्मी तिलक लगा रहे हैं तो मुंह धोने की बातें नहीं करते.
हाँ,
तो
एग्जैक्टली.
ऑब्वियसली सामने से ब्रांड्स आ रहे हैं तो व्हाई नॉट? एंड सी
या.
इट्स अ विन-विन सिचुएशन, राइट?
हाँ.
It's a
There's
win-win
nothing
situation.
lost for me by doing that. It's plus an addition to
Absolutely
my own profile, my own experience with working
correct.
with
Correct.
them.
और
So
ब्रांड के लिए भी उनकी विजिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है. So it's a win-win
yes.
situation.
So there's
Very right.
nothing to lose in that, I feel.
Hmm. Correct. Correct. I think you have done something for some restaurants also, right?
हाँ.
If I'm not wrong. You have done
Yes.
for restaurants also, you have done for a sari brand also, you have done for a clothing wear brand, which is being human. Fitness center
Um,
also is done.
there's a resort also that I did in that Delhi.
Ah, correct. 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 So you sit down with the people, so they tell you what exactly they're trying to achieve, is say.
Yes. And
Then you develop your
scripting, as I said, scripting is all mine. But whatever
hmm,
things they want to include in the script, they give it to me. कि ये तो
hmm.
पॉइंट्स हमको चाहिए ही चाहिए
चाहिए
इन द
चाहिए.
स्क्रिप्ट.
बाकी
यस.
it is left to you.
सो
How do you
दैट इज
want
लेफ्ट
to
टू मी कि
present?
मैं उसको कैसे मोल्ड करती हूँ उस इंफॉर्मेशन को. So that is all up to me. How
Okay.
I mold that and script it into, that is all up to me. So
So
I
they'll
sit
give you
with
a few
them.
points which are like deal breakers, ये होने ही चाहिए.
Yes. There
So
are
बाकी
few
जो
key points from their side of this point of view कि ये हमको चाहिए in the script. So
got it.
I put them in the script. I make sure those are there because that is what is their need. And
Got it.
they tell me if there is some particular type of video they want me to do. They tell me that also.
Hmm.
So I have
Hmm.
to do it in that sense. That's
So I think then once you're done with the reel, so they vet it, and then I think it is
yeah.
posted on
They
the.
I send it to them once it is done. If there is any changes,
Hmm.
they tell it to me. Uh, we have a discussion over if it is fine or if it is perfect or no. Once they approve, then only it will be posted.
Is uploaded on the social media.
Yes, yes.
So I think you have a comment on this particular aspect. So this comment comes from Niharika. Do you have like a non-negotiable when it comes to endorsement on Insta? तो तुम्हारे कुछ मतलब ऐसे पॉलिसीज है कि ये अगर है या नहीं है तो मैं ये नहीं करूंगी, समथिंग लाइक दैट,
Huh,
समथिंग
of
व्हिच यू
course.
नेगोशिएट ऑन.
Of course. I have a few of my own things.
Criteria, something like that.
Yeah, I talk to them. It depends on if it is a collaboration. Yeah, if it
Hmm.
is only going on their page, their
Hmm.
they have their own page ना. उनका जो भी
Hmm.
प्रोडक्ट है या कुछ भी है उनका पेज
Right.
रहता है. तो if it is going only
Right.
on their own page, तब criterias अलग रहता है. If they have to collab with me, तब criterias अलग रहते हैं. And there are a few ethics that I stick to. If they want me to get out of that zone, then I mostly say no. ये
Hmm.
मेरे से नहीं होता.
Okay.
These are
Okay.
my boundaries, and I'll be working only under these boundaries. So,
So, is it possible for you to name one or two? I mean, that's completely left to you. Because I think question is
um,
specifically for that. अगर तुमको बताना है तो, if you think this is
specifically,
something.
clothing brands, may if I see, there are a few types of clothing that I would not represent myself in.
हाँ,
So, अगर
okay.
वैसा कुछ है, तो I will tell them no, not this.
Hmm. Okay.
And if
Okay.
there is some partner I have to work with, then I'll first see the
Hmm.
script. If it is
Hmm.
okay with me, if I feel as an influencer
Hmm.
मैं इतना तो कर ही सकती हूँ, then I'll go with that.
Okay.
If I feel the script is too much to work with a partner that I've just met, then I guess
Okay.
I'll just talk to them and see if they can,
Hmm.
compromise on that thing.
So you'll tell them your reservations. ये
Yes,
मेरे
yes, yes,
reservations है.
yes, yes.
Okay. So then clothing brand wise, you have some things in mind.
हाँ.
कि अगर
It again comes with different things only, but अभी
हम्म,
actually uh, उतने ज्यादा brands के साथ अभी तक काम नहीं किया है. Hopefully I will do in future.
हाँ मतलब
But
I mean
जितना भी
whatever it
किया
might
है,
be.
this is the experience and this is
So you have set some
what
boundaries
I've
for
made.
yourself.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now let me tell the viewers. Initially, Sanjana was little skeptical कि मैं बात कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं. I would like to draw our attention to the clock here. We have hit almost 1.5 hours.
Oh my god.
No, but that's really good.
Did a good
That's really
job.
good.
Proud of me.
Next question is damn funny. Okay. Would you like? Would you endorse Zuba Kesari?
No.
The answer is no. But
No.
this is too funny. Okay. This is too funny. So you'll become something like Shah Rukh Khan and Ajay Devgn.
No. I
They
don't want
faced
to.
they faced so much criticism, right? Later on, they faced so much criticism after that.
Yeah. Yes, it did. So there are just like brands like those which
Hmm.
are, I have to think a lot if I have to take before taking them out.
Hmm. Correct.
So
So this is
Dubai
clear cut.
for sure no.
For sure, no. Hmm.
No matter even if they pay me good amount of money, I will not.
ये वाला अच्छा था. Some entertainment for us. Okay. So yes, Sanjana, I think this is an appropriate time to take up that earlier question where
Yes.
somebody asked you, ki, what are the future plans, career-wise, and things like that.
Yes.
So maybe tell us something about that quickly. ऐसे कुछ
Okay.
concrete plans है क्या करना है future में?
So right now at least I'm doing my articleship and I'm doing everything side by side also. Talking about
Hmm.
future, of course after clearing CA, I'll get into corporates. That is for sure. I'm not gonna practice on my own. For now, this is
Hmm.
at least what I have in my mind because if I
Okay.
have to start practicing on my own, there's a lot of work stress
Hmm.
I'll have comparatively doing a job is what I feel. Um, I'll
And you have
probably
plenty of time to think about it also.
yes, and probably this is right now. This is what is there in my mind. Probably work for some good 5 to 6 years, get some experience, and then get out of
Hmm.
corporate and completely then focus
Okay.
on the passion.
Oh, great. So you are sorted, I must say.
There's no sir. This is what I want, and this is what I
इतना
feel
भी
I should
सोचना,
do.
having even that's what having even this much clarity, that is great to have
But then again, life has some different plans only.
its own plans.
So I have to
I
see
have
how it
heard and
all
experienced
works.
also. Heard and experienced also. But see, at
Of
least you
course,
have some sense of direction. कि qualify
हाँ
होने के बाद corporate experience लेना
कि
है,
ये
maybe
करना है
I
कर
guess.
हाँ because
Hmm.
you know if you want to follow your passion completely because that is what I actually want to do. I really want to do in my life is
Hmm.
now continue uh, creating content and everything because that is what I enjoy doing and that is what I love doing because that
Hmm.
mostly involves dancing. So
So it's a very good
for
combination for you.
yes, for
Dance,
that
reel, make a reel and post it.
exactly. But
Hmm.
for that you will have to be a little financially stable also
Okay.
to get out all by yourself, being
Hmm.
independent and doing everything.
Hmm.
So for
Okay.
that you have to be financially strong, at least a
Hmm.
bit. So that
Definitely.
is the reason I thought I
You're
should
looking at
work
corporate
for some
exposure for four
quite
to five
some
years.
time
Hmm.
till that till then ki where I can have proper amount of savings for me to look after my own self बाद में and then initially तो
Correct.
उसके बाद it'll all then again go with the flow.
There is one more interesting comment that's come from the same person. See, I really like the choice of words. Okay. Would you not want to participate in a beauty pageant considering CA ने last time लंका लगा दी थी? Choice of words. Salute.
Okay.
Hmm.
Considering ब्यूटी पेजेंट वो तो उस टाइम पे भी था दिमाग में बट देन
Hmm.
इट इज क्वाइट एक्चुअली डिफिकल्ट आल्सो सिटी तक आई डोंट फील कि उतना डिफिकल्टी फेस करेंगे बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू
Okay.
स्टेट वाइज एंड
Hmm.
कंट्री
Hmm.
वाइज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स सो आई हैव इट इन द माइंड कि यू नो मिस बेलगम
Hmm.
के बाद में स्टेट्स और मिस इंडिया का करूं बट
Okay.
लेट्स सी है दिमाग में तो है
दिमाग में
but
somewhere at the back of your mind you
somewhere
have
in the
this.
back of the mind it is there but
Okay.
उतना अभी भी I'm not taking it
उतना फोकस में नहीं है.
focus
उतना
अभी
फोकस
तक
में नहीं.
नहीं है it is there back of the mind but because अभी तो फिलहाल the things have changed from
Correct.
past
So
few
it's not in the
years
spotlight. So
spotlight
spotlight में
अभी
नहीं.
तो नहीं अभी तो
Somewhere
नहीं
there,
because
not in the
कैसा है
spotlight.
once you get out of India for the modeling thing and everything
Hmm.
आपको बहुत changes करने पड़ेंगे with respect to your body which I think
Hmm.
I am not ready right now. Maybe in
Okay.
future, let's see.
Hmm. Great. Yes, so I think we have covered a lot of ground, I must
Yes.
say. Of course, if we start discussing about badminton script writing, और एक घंटे तक ये बैठे रहेंगे. So yes, Sanjana, is there anything which you want to specifically talk about or tell the audience? Anything
Um,
which you have?
I guess no matter how difficult it gets to manage things or everything, it all at the end comes to what you really want to do and how
Okay.
much you love doing that. For me, at least, it is that कि you
Hmm.
know काम तो मुझे करना ही है. I have no choice from
Hmm.
that. उसके साथ मुझे डांस करना पसंद है तो I will find a way to do it. So it is just
No
how
matter
much
what.
it matters to you,
Correct.
and it's
You'll
all
find
up
a
to
way.
you. Yes, bas.
So there is some wishes coming for you. All the best, Sanjana.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think he's still asking about some weakness which you want to
Weakness,
share. So I
weakness
think
ऐसा
what you said is you feel that you are lazy sometimes,
I feel
and
lazy.
maybe
I forget about a few things many times.
that is understandable. No,
नहीं
अगर
नहीं
तुम
नहीं
10 चीजें कर रहे हो in a
ऐसा
different way.
but when I go with the perspective of my dance and everything, there are some points that I forget my choreography also, which I have choreographed on my own. So that is थोड़ा
Okay.
हाँ तो वो कभी कभी
थोड़ा सा
हो
you
जाता
think
है
it's okay.
and
And sometimes you feel that you sleep little more than 8 hours.
हाँ हाँ वीकनेस ऐसा मैं नहीं बोलना चाहूंगी बट आई एम समटाइम्स स्कैर्ड I can talk confidently but sometimes initially I'm scared of starting a conversation in a public thing like right now I was very much nervous while starting the live but uh, you know
संजन, आई थिंक
once you
मुझे
get
भी
hang
लग रहा
of
है
it
कि तुम
के बाद
अभी मुझे लग रहा है तुम वीकनेस पैदा कर रही हो. तुम भी बना रही हो.
नहीं सर ऐसा
Don't
नहीं
you
है
think if you're trying out something new, you're bound to be nervous? It's bound to happen, right? But ठीक है, I can agree to some extent. Okay, I think there is something wrong with the video. But okay, to some extent, I can say that you are lazy sometimes. That's understandable. Maybe sometimes you end up oversleeping, right? So maybe those I can take as weaknesses. Maybe sometimes she feels that she's forgotten a dance step. That could become a weakness. Okay, unfortunately, I think we have run into some. Okay, yeah, she's back. She's back. Yeah, so
ठीक
is
है
clarified.
like I guess
you
I
want to
got
talk about
disconnected.
it, that's okay. That's okay. You're back now. So he's saying if we want to discuss about it, that's also fine. Otherwise, also it's okay. So I think you have given us a few points. Great. So yes, so I think we have gone through all the comments. Yes, you are good, Sanjana. Relax.
Um,
You're fine.
I don't know what happened. Am I audible, sir?
It's okay. हाँ, you're audible. Your picture is also clear. See, टेक्नोलॉजी ये सब होते रहता है. ये बड़ा शो तो है नहीं, बट आई कैन से कि ये शो पे से छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है. तो रिलैक्स. संजना, you're fine. Before wrapping up, I would just like to tell the audience that मैंने संजना
Um,
को बोला कि मुझे फ्लायर बनाना है. Okay, I think there is something wrong. Maybe we will give her a minute if she manages to come back. Otherwise, maybe we will wrap it up. Let's see. But I think it was very nice of Sanjana to come on the show and discuss her experiences. Yeah, I think she is. Yes, she is back.
I'm sorry, there was some network
It's
problem.
okay. It's okay. It happens. मैंने बोला ना ये बड़ा शो तो है नहीं, but ऐसी छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है. So relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, one good point is it happened towards the end of the show, right?
Yes.
When we are almost in the closing stage.
Yes. Right.
So I'm somebody who looks at positives in stuff.
Right. And that is
Good.
how our
Good effort
perspective should be
technology.
towards life, I think.
Yes. So just imagine if this had happened in the beginning. So this is how I look at it,
Yes.
right? Okay. So one last comment which we have. God bless us all. Yes. God bless us all. So yes, Sanjana, do you think we should wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Sure.
So again, I would like to mention that if in case you haven't checked out our content, the link to our YouTube channel and Insta is there in the video description.
Yes.
I would definitely like to thank Sanjana for coming on the show and spending almost more than 1.5 hours. That is staggering. So thank you so much, Sanjana, and
Thank
sharing
you
your
for having
experience.
me, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. And in case anybody has any suggestions, any feedback for the show, do write in on bonfirecon@gmail.com. I would definitely love to hear your feedback or any suggestions that you have. So fantastic. Thank you so much, Sanjana. Thank you so much to all the
Thank you.
viewers who spared
Thank you.
time.
Thank you for everyone who joined and for everyone who's wished me congratulations or all the best for the future and everything. Thank you so much, guys. It really, really means a lot.
Yeah, same here. So and everybody enjoy your Sunday afternoon.
I hope everyone did.
Yes, and adios,
Yes.
amigos.
See you all. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.